All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome here to edition number 1 of Cyclone Senior Spotlight. Here at halftime of your first contest, the Science Hill Hilltops. We're joined by number 82, Mason Ball, and number 79, Josh Hayes, both seniors. Josh is the offensive lineman. Mason is a defensive lineman, outside linebacker, tight end, a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything.
First and foremost, Mason, you got a 3.3 GPA.
Yes, sir.
And Josh, you got a 4.1 GPA. Hats off to you, as me and Stacy alluded to. At the end of everything that's over and said and done with, that's what to be proud of. You're an athlete, and you're maintaining a 3.3 GPA. I'm proud of you. I know the parents are.
Yes, sir.
So let's go ahead and start, Mason. Last year, you had an injury.
Yep.
You missed a lot of time.
I did.
And when you come back against the Anderson County, when we started really got to come back, tell me how it felt standing on the sideline, watching your team going, and you're not being allowed to play.
Yeah, that's the worst feeling you can have. I wouldn't wish that on anybody, not even nobody from Science Hill. That's having to stand there and know you can't affect nothing or help the team out at all is tough. Just work with them in practice and help coaches see something on the field that they couldn't see is about all you can do. It's definitely not fun for sure.
Now you're getting some looks for some D1 schools. Go back from last year to this year. How has you changed with this coaching staff, and how has this coaching staff pushed you to be a better?
A big thing for me is, like Coach said, going two-way, trying to be a two-way player. I was coming into week 1 around 265 last year, and this year I'm around 250, 252, so I'm a lot lighter. And that's to help with more tight end H-back stuff on offense. So they've really been pushing this summer is get in shape so everybody can go both ways and be able to do multiple things on the field at once.
All right, Josh, let's talk to you a little bit. How do you get a 4.1? It's a skill grade, isn't it? That's great. Been around the program for a long time.
Yes,
It's hard for a lineman at Elizabethton High School to start multiple years, but you have. What do you attribute that to the most?
I mean, just the weight room during the off season. You know, like after my freshman year, like I knew I couldn't stand on that sideline anymore. Like I needed to play, so just going in there every morning at 6:30, I really attribute it all to that. Just building that work ethic and building that strength up.
Coach Whitten talked a little bit in his pregame show about the new coaches here.
Mm-hmm.
You got somebody that's been missing that's been a stalwart in this program, Coach Pierce. How has that changed the offensive lineman's approach this year?
It's definitely it's not as old school as it was. You know, Coach Pierce really into that smash mouth type of football, but now it's a lot more technical. We definitely miss him. He definitely brought a lot of the intensity we had, and now it's kind of on us as players and like us as the senior offensive lineman to kind of bring that intensity that we're lacking because he's gone. So it kind of helped us out in that way, you know, being leaders.
Well, let's talk about that just a little bit, and then I'll turn it back over to Tony. When you came in as a freshman, you had the opportunity to see probably some of the best offensive linemen that had ever come, certainly as a collective unit. What did that mean to you, and then how do you use that to carry over to those young people that are freshmen now and sophomores?
Well, my freshman year I played a lot of defense, so I got to play against them a lot in scout team, which wasn't such a fun time, but every time, you know, I was around him, I was great friends with Connor Johnson throughout his high school years until he graduated, and it just meant a lot to see like how they led, and you know, like they could have a great time whenever they're all together, but whenever it got to the field, it was serious. You know, like we have a game on Friday, like we need to get prepared.
This is a two-part question. This is for both of you. This is your last time that you're going to be putting on the orange black playing Science Hill. For question number 1, what is your emotions? What do you think your emotions are going to be like? And I know you're probably going to be amped up. How are you going to pull it back?
That's the biggest thing Coach Harrison's been talking on me about. I've been so excited every day at practice, ready to go, running my mouth a little bit too much about Science Hill, trying to get after them, ready to just get it over with, I guess. But it's a lot of emotions for sure, good and bad. But the biggest thing is just making sure we come out on top. Last year didn't get the job done, which hurt, especially being at home. Last time we got to play them at home, so we're going to go to their house and put it on them and make sure we put on a show for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, like you said, it's definitely emotional. This is something we've did since we were kids. You know, we always had that rivalry with Science Hill, so it's really sentimental because you know it's going to be the last time that you suited up. And I mean, I've been pretty calm throughout this week. I think I did a pretty good job controlling the emotions. But I think on Friday, for me, it's more about letting them out. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, I understand. And as we always close out, you're here, you're a Cyclone. What do you want your legacy to be 5 years from now, 10 years from now, when they look, Mason Ball did this for Cyclone football, and Josh Hayes, same thing?
That's a tough question right there.
I know.
For sure,
Last one, too.
it would be being a leader and helping younger guys get better and leaving a gold ball in the trophy case is my number one for sure.
Yeah, like he said, just being a leader, elevating the group as a whole is a really big thing to me that I've taken upon myself this year. So I'd say probably that.
All right, guys, thank you all very much. Ladies and gentlemen, join us each week as we have our senior spotlight throughout the season. Gentlemen, thank you very much. Good responses. Good luck. Good luck
Go
Friday
Cyclones.
night. Okay, go Cyclones. Thank you all.